Satnam. My name is Ann Lakshmi Narayan, and I am an Ayurvedic Yoga health coach and a Kundalini Yoga teacher. You may be familiar with me from my Instagram account at Intuitive Thrive or my Facebook Live Body Temple Tuesdays at Intuitive Thrive, where I share Kundalini and Ayurvedic wellness tips for your health. And I'm going to be sharing a video series in the next few days on 4 steps to optimize your seasonal reset. It's a seasonal energy reset. And Ayurveda has a term for this prioritizing our self-care called dinacharya. And the word basically means your daily rhythm. So what is the rhythm of your day? How are you taking care of yourself? What is your sleep like? What is your nutrition like? What is your activity like? What is your fun like? What is your quiet time like? What are the habits that you participate in day out? And are they building thrive and stamina within your system and resilience in your nervous system? Or are you feeling depleted, fatigued, perhaps anxious, or just struggling day to day to sort of feel you're living your highest potential? So Ayurveda is very much based around the rhythms of nature. And the first tip that I want to share with you is about your digestion. So the central premise of Ayurveda, the science of life, is that our digestive fire is either promoting health and vitality and resilience, or it's producing or creating stagnation or disease states. Low energy, fatigue, could even result in anxiety, depression, or other challenging experiences. And so the tip in Ayurveda that I'll share with you today is how to optimize your digestive fire. There's 2 things. The first thing is we want to look at our hydration level. So most humans are going around functioning with very minimal hydration in their system. There's a quote that as much as 85% of people are chronically dehydrated. And our system, just as a physical system, cannot do well without hydration. It's necessary. Just as breath is necessary, we need water. And Ayurveda teaches us that we want to optimize our hydration based on our body size. So we take our body weight and divide that in half. And so, for example, if you weigh 150 pounds, divide that in half. Your baseline of your water for optimizing your hydration is 75 ounces of warm or room temperature water a day. Now, that's your baseline, and the way it's helpful is, rather than just think about that number, get a pitcher and measure out 75 ounces of water into the pitcher so you can visually see what that amount of water looks like, and then you'll have a more accurate awareness of how much water you need every day just to run your system. That's not even optimal, that's just a baseline. And then to optimize it, you want to assess your level of activity every day. So for every hour of physical activity you may do, whether it's walking the dog, or you ride your bike, or you take a yoga class, or you're cleaning the house, or you're cutting the grass, for every hour of activity you add another 8 to 10 ounces to your baseline. So to optimize, you go from 75, and then say I'm going to add in another 20 ounces for 2 hours of physical activity throughout my day, to have an optimal level of hydration at 95 ounces a day. And I want to start challenging myself to start consuming that every day. And that one tip alone can increase energy, can optimize your digestive system, so elimination becomes more regular. It can aid in weight loss, because in order for you to metabolize fat, you have to be really potentially highly hydrated or optimally hydrated. It can help with joints and lubricating our joints. There are many benefits. Help with our sleep. So that would be my tip number 1 for optimizing your seasonal energy reset, is start to optimize your hydration. Warm or room temperature water. Stay away from cold water, and stay away from caffeinated drinks. They really don't do well to hydrate us. They tend to dehydrate us. So just plain water is awesome. And the second tip to optimize the AGNI, which is called your digestive fire, is to begin to have your larger meal in the middle of the day. have a healthier sized lunch and go lighter on the supper. And this has to do with being in sync with, I'm filming this now right around the time where the sun will be at its peak today, towards noon. This is when our digestive fire is its strongest. That's when it makes sense for me to have a larger size meal. What we might have typically at dinner time, have that size of a satisfying meal in the middle of the day, say between noon and 2 to 3 p.m. And then at 5 to 7 in that window, have something light, a soup, some steamed vegetables, a salad, but you keep it light. So that means from 7 o'clock on until the next day, you have a good amount of time of digestion happening while you sleep, and you're not going to bed with a stomach that's very full with food. That's not optimal for digestion. So the Ayurvedic tip for that is called early lighter dinner. We just move our dinner time back. If you're used to eating very late at night, see if you can dial it back 15 minutes each week over a period of weeks to aim for that lighter supper time, 5 to 7, give or take, because things are flexible here. And then aim to have a bigger size lunch sometime between noon and 3 p.m. So those are the 2 tips to really optimize your digestive fire. There are many, many other tips that I give in my full course in the Body Temple 10 Habits of Total Wellness. But this is just to get you some interest in exploring hydration and maybe changing the amount of food you eat to eat more in the middle of the day and less at night. And I'm going to end that with today. The next videos will go into some other tips on how to build your resilience and your vitality with a seasonal energy reset. We'll be looking at our energy practices, our breath work, some simple things you can do every day, as well as the meditative mind, how important it is to cultivate a meditative mind that can support decreasing the amount of stress levels, decreasing stress hormones out of our bloodstream, calming the nervous system, building more resilience. These are practices that are ancient, but that are not luxuries anymore. They're really becoming part of our daily needs, our self-care. And I'll leave you with this invitation, is that if we don't prioritize our self-care, we will not age gracefully. The challenges that we have now, if we put them off and we have all of these insights, well, I'll wait until certain conditions, like well, maybe I'm not so busy at work, or when my kids are older and I don't have so many responsibilities with parenting. This is the kind of thinking that puts us, the caregivers particularly, behind the 8 ball. So I would ask yourself to just take a deep breath and assess how you feel now, how you want to feel, and if you can start to move in the direction each day, a little bit each day, to start to support your wellness. So with today's tips, it's hydration and the optimizing your digestive fire by moving your bigger meal towards the middle of the day and going a little lighter on the supper end of the day. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions, you can comment below or send me an email at intuitivethrive@gmail.com. Feel free to visit my website at intuitivethrive.com, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Sat Nam.